Navigating Narcissism, Stoic Strategies for Dealing with Narcissistic People. Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we explore timeless wisdom for modern living. In today's video, we delve into a topic that resonates with many of us: navigating relationships with narcissistic people. Whether it's a coworker, family member, or romantic partner, encounters with narcissists can present significant challenges to our emotional well-being. But fear not, we are armed with the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which offers invaluable strategies for maintaining inner peace amidst external chaos. Join us as we explore Stoic principles and practices that empower us to navigate interactions with narcissistic people with grace, resilience, and wisdom. Let's dive in and discover how Stoicism can be our guiding light in the midst of narcissistic storms. The narcissistic person's self-centeredness, lack of empathy, and manipulative tendencies can disrupt our emotional equilibrium and test our patience. However, we recognize that external circumstances are beyond our control, but our response to them lies within our power. In this lesson, we will explore 8 Stoic strategies for effectively dealing with narcissistic people, empowering ourselves to maintain inner peace and serenity amidst external chaos. 1. Understanding emotional independence. Emotional independence, as understood through the lens of Stoicism, is the ability to maintain inner tranquility and serenity regardless of external circumstances. It involves cultivating a sense of detachment from the fluctuations of emotion, recognizing that our internal state is within our control, even when external events may be beyond our influence. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of developing a resilient mindset that remains impervious to the whims of fate. The Stoic view of autonomy. Autonomy, in Stoic philosophy, is closely linked to the concept of apatheia, or emotional detachment. It entails asserting control over one's thoughts, feelings, and actions, free from external coercion or manipulation. Stoics believe that true autonomy is achieved by aligning oneself with nature and living in accordance with reason and virtue. By cultivating self-awareness and ethical clarity, individuals can assert their autonomy and make choices that are in harmony with their values and principles. Principles of emotional independence in Stoicism. Acceptance of impermanence. Stoicism teaches us to accept the inherent impermanence of life and the inevitability of change. By embracing the transient nature of all things, including our emotions, we free ourselves from attachment and aversion, finding solace in the ebb and flow of existence. Cultivation of inner strength. Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate inner strength and resilience through the practice of virtue. By embodying Stoic virtues such as courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance, we fortify ourselves against the storms of emotion, finding strength in adversity and adversity in strength. Detachment from external outcomes. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of detaching oneself from external outcomes and focusing instead on the quality of one's intentions and actions. By relinquishing our attachment to success or failure, praise or blame, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of external validation, finding contentment in the pursuit of virtue. Mindful awareness of thought patterns. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate mindful awareness of our thought patterns and emotional responses. By observing our thoughts with detachment and equanimity, we gain insight into the underlying beliefs and assumptions that shape our emotional experience, empowering us to respond with wisdom rather than react impulsively. Gratitude and contentment. Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate gratitude and contentment as antidotes to dissatisfaction and desire. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate a sense of inner abundance that transcends external circumstances, finding joy in the simple pleasures of existence. 2. Practice the art of detached observation. Detached observation, as conceived by the Stoics, is the practice of observing one's thoughts, emotions, and external events with a sense of detachment and equanimity. It involves cultivating a perspective that transcends personal bias and emotional reactivity, allowing one to perceive reality with clarity and insight. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca emphasize the importance of detached observation as a means of achieving inner peace and moral clarity. The principles of detached observation in Stoicism. Acceptance of reality. Detached observation begins with the acceptance of reality as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life, recognizing that resistance to reality only leads to suffering. By accepting the present moment without judgment or attachment, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and desire, finding peace in the midst of change. Cultivation of equanimity. Detached observation involves cultivating a state of equanimity or ataraxia, characterized by inner calm and serenity. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from within, independent of external circumstances. By maintaining a balanced perspective in the face of adversity or success, we avoid being swept away by the tides of emotion, remaining steadfast in our pursuit of virtue. Suspension of judgment. Detached observation requires the suspension of judgment and the cultivation of impartiality. Stoics advocate for the practice of epike, or withholding assent to impressions, allowing us to discern truth from falsehood with clarity and discernment. By refraining from hasty judgments or knee-jerk reactions, we cultivate a sense of intellectual humility and open-mindedness, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Cultivation of mindfulness. Detached observation is closely linked to the practice of mindfulness, which involves paying attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of mindfulness as a means of sharpening our perception and enhancing our ability to respond skillfully to life's challenges. By observing our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain insight into the underlying causes of our suffering, empowering us to make wiser choices. Embrace of universal reason. Detached observation entails aligning oneself with the universal reason or logos that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the universe is guided by a rational order, and that human beings are endowed with the capacity for rationality and moral agency. By attuning ourselves to the dictates of reason and virtue, we harmonize our inner world with the cosmic order, finding meaning and purpose in the unfolding of existence. 3. Cultivate self-awareness and emotional resilience. In the journey of life, characterized by its ebbs and flows, the cultivation of self-awareness and emotional resilience stands as a beacon of light amidst the darkness of uncertainty. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-mastery and virtue, provides invaluable guidance for navigating the complexities of human emotions with grace and equanimity. In this essay, we will explore the Stoic approach to cultivating self-awareness and emotional resilience, examining the principles, practices, and benefits of this transformative journey. Understanding self-awareness and emotional resilience. Self-awareness, in the Stoic tradition, is the practice of introspection and self-reflection, enabling individuals to gain insight into their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It involves cultivating a deep understanding of one's strengths, weaknesses, values, and beliefs, thereby fostering greater clarity and authenticity in one's actions. Emotional resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back from adversity and maintain inner equilibrium in the face of life's challenges. It entails cultivating a mindset of stoicism, courage, and fortitude, enabling individuals to navigate the storms of emotion with grace and resilience. The principles of self-awareness and emotional resilience in Stoicism. Acceptance of impermanence. Stoicism teaches us to accept the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life, recognizing that change is the only constant. By embracing the transience of all things, including our thoughts and emotions, we free ourselves from attachment and aversion, finding solace in the ebb and flow of existence. Cultivation of virtue. Self-awareness and emotional resilience are closely linked to the cultivation of virtue in Stoicism. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from living in accordance with nature and exercising the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with these timeless principles, we cultivate a sense of inner integrity and moral clarity that transcends external circumstances. Practice of mindful awareness. Self-awareness and emotional resilience require the practice of mindful awareness, which involves paying attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of mindfulness as a means of sharpening our perception and enhancing our ability to respond skillfully to life's challenges. By observing our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain insight into the underlying causes of our suffering, empowering us to make wiser choices. Suspension of judgment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of suspending judgment and cultivating a sense of intellectual humility and open-mindedness. By refraining from hasty judgments or knee-jerk reactions, we cultivate a mindset of curiosity and inquiry, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Stoics advocate for the practice of epikē, or withholding assent to impressions, as a means of discerning truth from falsehood with clarity and discernment. Embrace of universal reason. Self-awareness and emotional resilience entail aligning oneself with the universal reason or logos that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the universe is guided by a rational order, and that human beings are endowed with the capacity for rationality and moral agency. By attuning ourselves to the dictates of reason and virtue, we harmonize our inner world with the cosmic order, finding meaning and purpose in the unfolding of existence. 4. Set boundaries and maintain firmness. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, the ability to set boundaries and maintain firmness stands as a cornerstone of personal integrity and emotional well-being. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-mastery and virtue, provides invaluable guidance for navigating the complexities of interpersonal dynamics with grace and resilience. In this essay, we will delve into the Stoic approach to setting boundaries and maintaining firmness, exploring the principles, practices, and benefits of this essential aspect of ethical living. Understanding boundaries and firmness. Boundaries, in the Stoic context, refer to the psychological and emotional limits we establish to protect our well-being and uphold our values. They serve as a protective barrier against external influences that may infringe upon our autonomy or integrity. Firmness, on the other hand, involves the steadfast assertion of these boundaries in the face of opposition or manipulation. It entails standing firm in our convictions and principles, even in the face of adversity or pressure to compromise. The principles of setting boundaries and maintaining firmness in Stoicism. Autonomy and self-respect. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of autonomy and self-respect as foundational principles of ethical living. By setting boundaries and maintaining firmness, we assert our autonomy and uphold our dignity as rational beings capable of making independent choices. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from living in accordance with nature and exercising the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Integrity and authenticity. Setting boundaries and maintaining firmness are manifestations of integrity and authenticity in Stoic philosophy. By aligning our actions with our values and principles, we cultivate a sense of inner integrity that transcends external pressures or influences. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of authenticity as a means of living in harmony with ourselves and others, free from the constraints of social conformity or approval-seeking behavior. Clarity and consistency. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate clarity and consistency in our thoughts, words, and actions. By setting clear boundaries and communicating them assertively, we avoid ambiguity or misunderstanding in our relationships. Firmness involves adhering to these boundaries with consistency and resolve, even in the face of resistance or manipulation. Stoics believe that true strength lies in the ability to remain steadfast in our convictions, regardless of external circumstances. Respect for others. Setting boundaries and maintaining firmness are not acts of aggression or hostility but expressions of self-respect and respect for others. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of benevolence and goodwill towards all beings, even those who may challenge or oppose us. By setting boundaries with clarity and compassion, we create a foundation for healthy and respectful relationships based on mutual understanding and trust. Emotional resilience and inner peace. Setting boundaries and maintaining firmness contribute to emotional resilience and inner peace in Stoic philosophy. By asserting our boundaries with firmness and resolve, we avoid becoming entangled in the emotional turmoil or drama of others. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from within, independent of external circumstances. By cultivating inner peace and tranquility through the practice of Stoic principles and virtues, we find strength and serenity amidst life's challenges. Practical applications of setting boundaries and maintaining firmness. Clarify your values. Stoics advocate for clarifying your values and priorities as a first step in setting boundaries. Reflect on what matters most to you and identify the principles that you are unwilling to compromise. By understanding your values, you can establish clear boundaries that align with your integrity and authenticity. Communicate assertively. Setting boundaries requires clear and assertive communication. Clearly articulate your boundaries to others in a respectful and non-confrontational manner. Use "I" statements to express your needs and preferences, and avoid blaming or accusing others. Stoics believe in the power of rational discourse and reasoned argumentation to resolve conflicts and misunderstandings. Practice self-compassion. Setting boundaries and maintaining firmness can be challenging, especially in the face of resistance or opposition. Practice self-compassion and self-care to nurture your emotional well-being and resilience. Stoics advocate for cultivating inner tranquility and equanimity through practices such as mindfulness meditation, journaling, and reflection. Stay true to your principles. In the face of pressure to compromise or abandon your boundaries, stay true to your principles and convictions. Remember the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and draw strength from your commitment to living with integrity and authenticity. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from living in accordance with nature and exercising virtuous action, regardless of external circumstances. Seek support and guidance. Setting boundaries and maintaining firmness may require support and guidance from others. Seek out mentors, friends, or family members who share your values and can offer encouragement and advice. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of community and fellowship in the pursuit of virtue and ethical living. 5. Practice empathy and compassion, without enabling. In a world fraught with discord and conflict, the practice of empathy and compassion stands as a beacon of light, illuminating the path toward harmonious relationships and shared understanding. Rooted in the principles of Stoic philosophy, empathy and compassion offer a transformative approach to human interaction, enabling individuals to cultivate virtue and foster connection amidst the complexities of life. In this essay, we will explore the Stoic approach to practicing empathy and compassion, examining its principles, benefits, and practical applications in daily life. Understanding empathy and compassion. Empathy, in its essence, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, while compassion is the empathetic response to alleviate the suffering of others. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on the cultivation of virtue and the pursuit of eudaimonia, human flourishing, provides a framework for practicing empathy and compassion with wisdom and discernment. Stoics believe that true virtue arises from living in accordance with nature and exercising the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning one's actions with these timeless principles, individuals can cultivate empathy and compassion as expressions of moral integrity and benevolence. The principles of empathy and compassion in Stoicism. Universal brotherhood. Stoicism teaches us to recognize the inherent humanity in all beings, regardless of their background or circumstances. Stoics believe that human beings are interconnected and interdependent, sharing a common bond of kinship and solidarity. By embracing the principle of universal brotherhood, individuals cultivate empathy and compassion as natural expressions of their shared humanity. Cultivation of virtue. Empathy and compassion are closely linked to the cultivation of virtue in Stoicism. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from living in accordance with nature and exercising the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning one's actions with these timeless principles, individuals cultivate a sense of moral integrity and benevolence that informs their interactions with others. Suspension of judgment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of suspending judgment and cultivating a sense of intellectual humility and open-mindedness. By refraining from hasty judgments or knee-jerk reactions, individuals cultivate a mindset of curiosity and inquiry, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Stoics advocate for the practice of epike, or withholding assent to impressions, as a means of discerning truth from falsehood with clarity and discernment. Practice of mindful awareness. Empathy and compassion require the practice of mindful awareness, which involves paying attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of mindfulness as a means of sharpening our perception and enhancing our ability to respond skillfully to life's challenges. By observing our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain insight into the underlying causes of our suffering, empowering us to make wiser choices. Embrace of universal reason. Empathy and compassion entail aligning oneself with the universal reason or logos that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the universe is guided by a rational order, and that human beings are endowed with the capacity for rationality and moral agency. By attuning ourselves to the dictates of reason and virtue, we harmonize our inner world with the cosmic order, finding meaning and purpose in the unfolding of existence. Practical applications of empathy and compassion. Active listening. Empathy and compassion begin with the practice of active listening, which involves paying full attention to the speaker without interrupting or judging. By listening with empathy and compassion, individuals cultivate a sense of connection and understanding that fosters trust and rapport. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of empathetic listening as a means of deepening interpersonal relationships and fostering mutual respect. Cultivation of emotional intelligence. Empathy and compassion require the cultivation of emotional intelligence, which involves recognizing and regulating one's own emotions as well as understanding the emotions of others. Stoics advocate for the practice of emotional intelligence as a means of fostering empathy and compassion in interpersonal relationships. By cultivating self-awareness and emotional resilience, individuals can respond to the emotions of others with empathy and compassion, fostering a sense of connection and understanding. Practice of kindness and generosity. Empathy and compassion find expression in acts of kindness and generosity toward others. Stoics believe that true virtue arises from acts of benevolence and altruism, which contribute to the well-being of others and foster a sense of connection and community. By practicing kindness and generosity, individuals cultivate empathy and compassion as natural expressions of their shared humanity. Boundaries and self-care. Empathy and compassion, when practiced without discernment, can lead to emotional exhaustion and burnout. Stoics advocate for the importance of setting boundaries and practicing self-care as means of preserving one's emotional well-being while engaging in acts of empathy and compassion. By recognizing one's own limits and prioritizing self-care, individuals can cultivate a sense of balance and resilience that enables them to sustain their capacity for empathy and compassion over the long term. 6. Focus on virtue and inner excellence. In the pursuit of a meaningful and fulfilling existence, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers invaluable guidance. At its core lies the emphasis on virtue and inner excellence as the keys to living a flourishing life. In this essay, we will delve into the Stoic perspective on cultivating virtue and inner excellence, exploring its principles, practices, and profound implications for personal transformation and moral growth. Understanding virtue and inner excellence. Virtue, in the Stoic tradition, refers to a set of moral qualities or character traits that enable individuals to live in accordance with reason and nature. These virtues include wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and they serve as guiding principles for ethical living. Inner excellence, on the other hand, encompasses the cultivation of these virtues within oneself, leading to a state of moral and spiritual flourishing. By embodying virtue and striving for inner excellence, Stoics believe that individuals can achieve eudaimonia, or true happiness and fulfillment. The principles of virtue and inner excellence in Stoicism. Wisdom. Wisdom is the cornerstone of Stoic virtue, encompassing the ability to discern what is truly valuable and meaningful in life. Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating a rational and clear-sighted perspective, free from the distortions of emotion and desire. By exercising wisdom, individuals can make sound judgments and decisions that are in alignment with their highest ideals and values. Courage. Courage is another essential virtue in Stoicism, representing the ability to face adversity and challenge with resilience and determination. Stoics believe that true courage arises from a deep sense of inner strength and conviction, rather than mere bravado or recklessness. By cultivating courage, individuals can confront fear and uncertainty with steadfast resolve, thereby overcoming obstacles and achieving their goals. Justice. Justice is the virtue of treating others with fairness, kindness, and compassion, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every individual. Stoics advocate for the practice of benevolence and altruism as means of promoting social harmony and cooperation. By embodying justice, individuals can contribute to the well-being of society and cultivate meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and goodwill. Temperance. Temperance is the virtue of exercising self-control and moderation in all aspects of life, including desires, appetites, and emotions. Stoics believe that true freedom arises from mastery over oneself, rather than enslavement to external pleasures or temptations. By practicing temperance, individuals can achieve inner tranquility and harmony, finding contentment in simplicity and self-discipline. Practical applications of virtue and inner excellence. Cultivating virtuous habits. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of virtuous habits as a means of fostering inner excellence. By engaging in daily practices that embody wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, individuals can gradually transform their character and behavior. These may include acts of kindness, acts of self-discipline, and acts of moral courage that align with one's values and principles. Reflecting on virtue. Stoicism encourages individuals to reflect on the virtues and their importance in daily life. By contemplating the nature of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, individuals can gain insight into their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as areas for growth and improvement. Through self-reflection and introspection, individuals can deepen their understanding of virtue and cultivate a greater sense of inner excellence. Embracing adversity. Stoics view adversity as an opportunity for moral growth and self-discovery. Rather than avoiding or resisting hardship, individuals are encouraged to embrace it as a chance to test their virtues and strengthen their character. By facing challenges with courage and resilience, individuals can cultivate inner excellence and emerge stronger and wiser from life's trials. Seeking virtuous role models. Stoicism advocates for seeking out virtuous role models and learning from their example. By studying the lives of wise and noble individuals, past and present, individuals can gain inspiration and guidance for their own journey toward virtue and inner excellence. Whether through literature, history, or personal mentorship, virtuous role models serve as beacons of light on the path to moral and spiritual growth. 7. Practice detachment and acceptance. In the journey of life, we encounter a myriad of experiences, some joyous and others fraught with challenges. Amidst this ever-changing landscape, Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom on how to navigate the complexities of existence with grace and equanimity. Central to the Stoic approach is the practice of detachment and acceptance, which empowers individuals to cultivate inner peace and serenity amidst the fluctuations of life. In this essay, we will explore the Stoic principles and practices of detachment and acceptance, examining their profound implications for personal growth and well-being. Understanding detachment and acceptance. Detachment, in Stoicism, refers to the ability to maintain emotional equilibrium and inner peace by relinquishing attachment to external outcomes and circumstances. It involves cultivating a sense of inner freedom that transcends the fluctuations of pleasure and pain, success and failure. Acceptance, on the other hand, entails embracing reality as it is, without resistance or judgment. It involves acknowledging the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life, and finding peace in the acceptance of things beyond our control. The principles of detachment and acceptance in Stoicism. Recognition of impermanence. Stoicism teaches us to recognize the inherent impermanence of all things, including our thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances. By embracing the transience of existence, we free ourselves from attachment and aversion, finding solace in the ever-changing nature of reality. Cultivation of equanimity. Detachment and acceptance enable us to cultivate a state of equanimity or ataraxia, characterized by inner calm and serenity. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from within, independent of external circumstances. By maintaining a balanced perspective in the face of adversity or success, we avoid being swept away by the tides of emotion, finding steadiness amidst life's storms. Practice of mindful awareness, detachment and acceptance require the practice of mindful awareness, which involves paying attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of mindfulness as a means of sharpening our perception and enhancing our ability to respond skillfully to life's challenges. By observing our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain insight into the underlying causes of our suffering, empowering us to make wiser choices. Suspension of judgment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of suspending judgment and cultivating a sense of intellectual humility and open-mindedness. By refraining from hasty judgments or knee-jerk reactions, we cultivate a mindset of curiosity and inquiry, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Stoics advocate for the practice of epikē, or withholding assent to impressions, as a means of discerning truth from falsehood with clarity and discernment. Embrace of universal reason. Detachment and acceptance entail aligning oneself with the universal reason or logos that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the universe is guided by a rational order, and that human beings are endowed with the capacity for rationality and moral agency. By attuning ourselves to the dictates of reason and virtue, we harmonize our inner world with the cosmic order, finding meaning and purpose in the unfolding of existence. Practical applications of detachment and acceptance. Letting go of attachment. Detachment and acceptance involve letting go of attachment to external outcomes and circumstances. Rather than clinging to desires or expectations, we cultivate a sense of inner freedom that transcends the pursuit of pleasure or avoidance of pain. Stoics advocate for the practice of apatheia, or emotional detachment, as a means of achieving inner peace and tranquility. By relinquishing attachment to outcomes beyond our control, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering, finding contentment in the present moment. Embracing reality as it is. Acceptance entails embracing reality as it is, without resistance or judgment. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from accepting things as they are, rather than as we wish them to be. By acknowledging the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and serenity that transcends external circumstances. Stoic philosopher Epictetus advises, demand not that events should happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. Responding skillfully to external events. Detachment and acceptance empower us to respond skillfully to external events with wisdom and discernment. Rather than reacting impulsively to life's ups and downs, we cultivate a sense of inner calm and stability that allows us to respond with clarity and purpose. Stoics advocate for the practice of apatheia, or emotional detachment, as a means of achieving inner peace and tranquility. By maintaining a balanced perspective in the face of success or failure, praise or blame, we avoid being swayed by the tides of emotion, finding serenity in the midst of chaos. Cultivating gratitude and contentment. Detachment and acceptance foster gratitude and contentment as antidotes to dissatisfaction and desire. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate a sense of inner abundance that transcends external circumstances. Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, a man's as miserable as he thinks he is. Cultivating gratitude enables us to appreciate the simple pleasures of existence, finding joy in the present moment. 8. Cultivate gratitude and resilience. In the face of life's inevitable challenges and adversities, cultivating gratitude and resilience becomes paramount for maintaining inner peace and well-being. Stoic philosophy offers profound insights and practical wisdom on how to cultivate these virtues, enabling individuals to navigate the complexities of existence with grace and fortitude. In this essay, we will delve into the Stoic approach to cultivating gratitude and resilience, exploring the principles, practices, and transformative potential of these virtues in our lives. Understanding gratitude and resilience. Gratitude, in Stoicism, is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the blessings and opportunities that life bestows upon us, regardless of external circumstances. It involves cultivating a mindset of abundance and contentment, recognizing the inherent value and beauty of existence. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back from adversity and overcome challenges with strength and determination. It entails cultivating inner fortitude and steadfastness in the face of life's trials and tribulations. The principles of gratitude and resilience in Stoicism. Acceptance of impermanence. Stoicism teaches us to accept the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life, recognizing that change is the only constant. By embracing the transience of existence, we free ourselves from attachment and aversion, finding solace in the ever-changing nature of reality. Cultivation of inner strength. Gratitude and resilience are closely linked to the cultivation of inner strength and fortitude in Stoicism. Stoics believe that true happiness arises from within, independent of external circumstances. By cultivating virtues such as courage, wisdom, and temperance, we fortify ourselves against the storms of life, finding strength in adversity in strength. Practice of mindful awareness. Gratitude and resilience require the practice of mindful awareness, which involves paying attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of mindfulness as a means of sharpening our perception and enhancing our ability to respond skillfully to life's challenges. By observing our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and compassion, we gain insight into the underlying causes of our suffering, empowering us to make wiser choices. Suspension of judgment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of suspending judgment and cultivating a sense of intellectual humility and open-mindedness. By refraining from hasty judgments or knee-jerk reactions, we cultivate a mindset of curiosity and inquiry, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Stoics advocate for the practice of epike, or withholding assent to impressions, as a means of discerning truth from falsehood with clarity and discernment. Embrace of universal reason. Gratitude and resilience entail aligning oneself with the universal reason or logos that governs the cosmos. Stoics believe that the universe is guided by a rational order, and that human beings are endowed with the capacity for rationality and moral agency. By attuning ourselves to the dictates of reason and virtue, we harmonize our inner world with the cosmic order, finding meaning and purpose in the unfolding of existence. Practical applications of gratitude and resilience. Cultivating a gratitude practice. Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate a gratitude practice as a means of fostering inner peace and contentment. By taking time each day to reflect on the blessings and opportunities in our lives, we cultivate a sense of abundance and appreciation for the present moment. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius advises, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Cultivating resilience in the face of adversity. Stoics advocate for the cultivation of resilience as a means of overcoming challenges and setbacks with strength and determination. Rather than being overwhelmed by adversity, we cultivate a mindset of stoicism and fortitude, recognizing that every obstacle presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Developing a Stoic mindset. Stoicism offers a set of principles and practices that can help cultivate gratitude and resilience in our lives. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to focus on what is within our control and let go of attachment to external outcomes. We cultivate virtues such as courage, wisdom, and temperance, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Practicing self-reflection and self-compassion. Stoicism encourages individuals to engage in self-reflection and self-compassion as means of cultivating gratitude and resilience. By taking time to reflect on our thoughts and emotions, we gain insight into our inner world and develop greater self-awareness. Stoic philosopher Seneca advises, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By practicing self-compassion, we learn to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, nurturing our inner resilience and fortitude. In conclusion, dealing with narcissistic individuals requires a steadfast commitment to Stoic principles and practices. By cultivating self-awareness, setting boundaries, practicing empathy without enabling, focusing on virtue and inner excellence, practicing detachment and acceptance, and cultivating gratitude and resilience, we can navigate interactions with narcissists with grace and equanimity. Stoicism offers a timeless framework for cultivating inner peace and serenity amidst external chaos, empowering us to live with wisdom, courage, and integrity in every moment of our lives. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.